right, guys, going to start as we get into this prime spawn season and starting to use perspective mode for all the stuff we've been talking about for a while. Just going to start including the catch or two. I've been running my GoPro a little bit, and right here I'm throwing what they call a Bayou Crawl chatterbait. It's got a black blade and a black head, and just got a little sprinkle of chartreuse in the skirt. You're running the a Z-Man. It's actually a saltwater series, like a swim bait type deal on the back. It's more of a red color, dark red. I don't know exactly what they call it, but it has been real successful for me in catching big fish. Just want to include one of these on every video, just a little something bonus to watch. All right, guys, here's what I decided to do today. For today's video, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have to go to work, so like I said, I'm just covering this tooth pull. Feeling a little bit better today, but still my mouth's slow over here. Got a heck of a tooth pull. It must have been like a tooth the size of a football. But here's what I've done. With the LVS 34 coming out, and we have the LVS 32, a lot of people have asked, can you run two transducers off one black box? Well, that unfortunately is a big fat no. You have to have a black box for each transducer. Now, with that being said, some people are going to want to keep their LVS 32 and keep their LVS 34 also. I myself being one of them for a little while. I'll keep it for some testing. But you run into a problem if you have a 943 XSV, or if you have a 943 XSV, if you have some of the Echo Map series, they only have one Ethernet port on the back. Or, honest to goodness, if you have 2 or 3 units Ethernet together, you're going to have a problem there also, because one of them is going to be for Ethernet and the other one is going to be for the Livescope. So I have come up with a solution. Garmin has a hub that is $249, and I think that's a little bit ludicrous. So I have come up with a way to beat this $249 thing. All right, so the solution I came up with is a Netgear Ethernet port. Garmin's is $249. It has, I think, maybe 4 or 5 ports on it. This one is $29.99. It's the Netgear 300 switch series, 8-port gigabyte Ethernet unmanaged port. It's got 8 of them. And now there is a little trick. In order to be able to make this work, it comes with a wall plug. Now, you have to understand that the wall plug is simply a converter. And if you read on the back right here, let's get really in close. All right, wall converter, there it is. It converts it to 12 volt power. So what it needs is 12 volt power. And all you do is simply take it, cut the little box off the plug, and you have a hot and cold. Now, I use this for hot with the little lines, this one for negative. And I plugged them up. I plugged my Livescope into this, and I plugged 2 or 3 different units up to this, and it works like a charm. I will be having a video coming with the LVS 32 and the LVS 34 going, but very simple to do. And you can buy these Ethernet cords, and I know they're going to people are going to say, well, you need the ones like this with the little waterproof covering. And I do suggest, if you want to, buying one from Garmin. This end doesn't matter as much because you're going to need to waterproof this box. It is not waterproof. It's $29. It's not waterproof. You probably put it in a Tupperware bowl, Tupperware box. But I wanted to give y'all an intro to this. And then when I get it set up, when the LVS 34 comes in, because what I've decided to do is I took the 943 and I moved it from here to here, because the guy in the back of the boat wants to see it too. I am going to be putting a 1222 up front. I'm going to put a 1222 in the place of this one, and I'll have a 1022 down here and a 1222 up there. And I want to Ethernet, actually it'll be a 1242, but I want to Ethernet all 3, and that only has 1 port. These will have 2. The 1022 has 2 ports, as you can see in the back. It has 2 ports right here, 1 and 2. And you'll just simply plug up a Ethernet plug into here and run it to each particular unit. And the live scopes will go in here and here. And there you go. And for $29 in the price of a couple of these cords from Garmin, you can literally turn a $350 setup into 50 or 60 bucks. Very simple, very easy. There's the Netgear 300 Switch series is what it is. Here's the box. Here's the power cable. It simply plugs in the back, right here. Simply plugs in the back right there. And then I will eventually put some terminals on there. This was simply for testing purposes. Just wanted to make sure it would work, and it does work. Intriguing thing, and let me switch. The intriguing thing with this is that when you plug an Echo Map series up to this unit, if you have GPS Map series plugged in, if you plug the GPS Map series up first and then plug the Echo Map series up, it will work for about 15 seconds. It will recognize the live scope and everything. And then about 15 seconds after that, it kicks it off and says, please unhook the unauthorized Panoptics port or something like that. So it tells me that Echo Maps could probably Ethernet together to a GPS Map series. There's probably a software issue that's somewhere in there that'll probably cause them to do it, or it's just probably Garmin being greedy, wanting you to buy GPS Map series, which are more expensive than an Echo Map. But I'm here to tell you that I've seen it, and I don't know how to beat that. I ain't that smart. That's way beyond my level. But it's able to actually. But for $29 and the price of a few cords, maybe 60 bucks, it's 2 or 3. You can link 2 or 3 units together and have both LVS 32 and LVS 34 transducers working at the same time. So it makes it easier for me to test. Maybe able to run an LVS 32 to 1 transducer, have it in, say, perspective mode, and have an LVS 34 in the forward mode. That's a possibility. So that'll be pretty nice. Pretty nice to be able to see those things and do those things. Pretty wicked. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And remember, hit the bell.